Man, NBA basketball is well underway, and the Eastern Conference is looking stacked. You got pretty much 1 through 10, everybody fighting for position, and already 1 through 7 had at least 6 wins, and all of these teams are led by, well, most of them are led by good young point guards. We're going to talk about the best young point guards in the Eastern Conference right after the intro.
Thank you for tuning in to the number one place for your basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the Cognac Boys.
What's the word, NBA basketball fans? Welcome to another episode of NBA Central. Old Heads. It's your boy, Big Kev. We got my man, Steve. Well, I want to say Steve Ball. All y'all names pop up in my head. That's how you know I'm an old head. It's C-Dub in the building. And listen, y'all already know what to do. Hit us up at NBA Central Pod if you're interested in reaching out to us. And of course, you can follow me at Big Kev from the Shy, Big Kev from DACHI. Where can they follow you, C-Dub?
Or you can follow us at Cognac Boys. That's with a K and a Z at the end. Also, it's Shy Boys Podcast on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Y'all already know where to find us, man. We hold it down on several different channels. Man, C-Dub, the Eastern Conference is starting off way differently than I anticipated. I'm not even going to front. Now, we knew it was going to be parity, right? With the Boston Celtics having injuries, the Philadelphia 76ers being who they are as far as Joel Embiid playing or not playing, Paul George playing or not playing. But right now, you got the number one seed in the Eastern Conference is the Detroit Pistons, bro. Did you see that coming?
Yeah, kinda. They had a pretty good year last year. You will hope that they'll make a step the next following year.
Yeah, they definitely taking a step with a 6-game winning streak right now. Go get off to
Yeah.
an 8-2 start. One of those 2 losses is to our Chicago Bulls. You also got the Cleveland Cavaliers sitting at 7-3, the Knicks and the Bulls sitting at 6-3, and then Miami and Milwaukee and Philly all sitting at 6-4. And with the exception of the Milwaukee Bucks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, pretty much all of these teams are being led by their point guard play. And I'm gonna kick this off, and we'll go back and forth with this one on who we think are the best point guards in the Eastern Conference. And I'll have to start with Tyrese Maxey, frankly, because when he got off to, like, I think he had 45 points in the first game of the season.
Yeah.
I've on this channel said there's no way that this kid is going to keep it up. And he said, "Shut up, Kev." He's going crazy for the Philadelphia 76ers to the tune of 33 points per game, 8.2 assists, and shockingly, 1.2 steals and a block per game. And he's doing all this by shooting well from inside the arc and outside the arc. C-Dub, my man is shooting 44% from three and 47% from the inside the arc, and about 87% from the free throw line. So he's doing it all for a Philadelphia 76ers team that was kind of a couple of years ago leaning on their vets. They expected Joel Embiid to take them to the promised land. They went and got Paul George and paid him an ungodly amount of money to come over there and play for them and be the number 2. But now it looks like this is squarely Tyrese Maxey's team. What do you think about this young cat as one of the best guards in the Eastern Conference?
I would say that process is probably over right now. At his best, I think Joel Embiid is the number 2 on his team. And that's a discussion because VJ Edgecombe is really playing well in his rookie season. Tyrese Maxey's confidence is on a level that I rarely see. This guy's taking fadeaway threes, all netting them. He's taking and making shots like he's the only one on the basketball court, bro. This guy not only won the most improved player, which I thought, I'll just be honest, that he didn't need to be in the running for, but okay, that he got it. He got the most improved player. I am a little biased. I thought Kobe White should have got that most improved player. But this guy is on I think he has to be if they can win some more games. Right now, they're like in the 5th, 6th spot right now.
No, they're sitting at 7. They're in the
Seventh
three-way.
spot.
They were in like it's everybody in front of them got 6 wins though. The Bucks, Heat, Bulls, and Knicks all have 6 wins.
If they could get some more success in the win-loss column, I would put him in the forefront to be the most valuable player of this league. He has been absolutely unstoppable all season. Not much. He'll throw a couple passes here and there. He'll drop a couple dimes when it's needed. But he has been absolutely unstoppable. Point guards can't stop him. Dedicated defenders like an Isaac Okoro or somebody like that don't have a chance either. This guy is in a zone that we rarely see. Um, the sky's the limit for this kid. This pace is crazy. He's shooting over 43% from three, and he's taking a lot of shots at it too.
Mhm.
So I don't know how long he can keep this up with his scoring prowess that he's on. I think he's averaging over 33 points per game right now.
Mhm.
But if he can keep it up above 30 points per game for the entire season, there's no way I can tell you what this 76ers team can end up and what type of accolades he can get in at the end of the season. Picture this. A guy with Jalen Brunson still playing in the Eastern Conference
Mhm.
has a possibility to be a first-team All-NBA. At this
Mhm.
point, he is that guy slotted in all first-team All-NBA.
Mhm.
So he got a lot to look forward to. I hope he don't burn out because this is a hellacious pace, Big Kev. It's
Yeah.
hellacious.
And again, the assist is what surprises me the most about him, and the defense as well. He's playing defense, but my man is averaging over 8 assists a game right now with Joel Embiid being in and out of the lineup.
Bro.
To boot. Like he's the unquestioned leader of this team. Where a couple of years ago, you saw flashes, right? You saw, okay, this kid got something. When he came out of Kentucky, I didn't know much about him. Me, frankly, personally, I didn't know much about him coming out of Kentucky. I knew he had game, but I didn't think he had this type of game where he could
This.
elevate himself to above 30 points a game at an NBA level. And you're right, bro. It's like he's out there by himself. He can pull up from three whenever he feels like it, and he can drive to the basket whenever he feels like it. And what I like about him is he's a dog. He's not out there foul hunting like certain players in the league do. And that's not even a shot
Absolutely.
at SGA because I don't think SGA really does that. I think he gets way too much of a bad rep for that. But at the end of the day, this dude Tyrese Maxey is out there getting it in the mud, and he getting it out the mud. I love what I'm seeing from him so far this season.
Absolutely. His efficiency is incredible. The amount of shots he take at to shoot it at a 47% clip, uh, then shoot the three at a 44% clip,
Mm-hmm.
especially the last 10 games. He's been shooting at 44%.
Mm-hmm.
Low turnovers too at like 3 a game. This guy is probably at the top with ball usage. Maybe you got Luka up there, but he got
Mm-hmm.
to be like 1, 2, or in the top 5 at the very least. The sky's the limit for this kid, man. I hope he can keep up this pace because this is hellacious. Now, I don't know if Joel Embiid can um, get better physically on the basketball court because he definitely looks like he's playing at about 70-80%. Joel Embiid, I definitely think 100%. Well, Joel Embiid would never be 100%. I don't think
Ever.
a 90% Joel Embiid.
Not
I
even
think
that.
those numbers got to come down a little bit, but I'm still pushing for that kid to continue to have success over there in Philly, at least when he's not playing Chicago.
And one last thing to show you how effective he is on the basketball court, his plus minus is plus 65.
My
That's
goodness.
insane
For the
for a point
season,
guard for the season.
kid. God,
Yes.
God, bro.
Plus 65. Give me your first player, Dub. Let us know in the comments what y'all think about Tyrese Maxey's start to the season.
Yeah, I want to go with a player that basically just came out of nowhere. He been in the league. This is be his 5th year in NBA. I'm gonna be honest. I never even said the guy's name. I never seen him or anything. Ryan Rollins from the Milwaukee Bucks. Ever since Kevin Porter got injured, I think the first game of the season,
Mm-hmm.
In each of the 9 games that he started since, he scored in double figures
Mm-hmm.
to the tune of 18, 6, and 3. So get that he's on a team with a guy like Giannis. He got Kyle Kuzma out there to get you buckets. Prince is out there. You got Miles Turner. That's a pretty decent team. But we all thought that where were they going to get that point guard help from? This is a nice surprise for the Milwaukee Bucks. But I do have this one question about the kid. I know he can shoot it. He can get to the basket. He got a great knack for passing the basketball. What is he going to do when the league adjusts? Can he adjust when the league adjusts? Because I got to admit, none of these teams seen this kid coming. So they probably ain't putting too much stock in this kid. They ain't scouting this kid like they a scout a kid like Tyrese Maxey.
Right.
But you know it's coming. Once you effective like this to the tune of 18, 6, and 3, an adjustment is coming. Now, how do
Yeah.
you react off the adjustment?
And he's taking 5 threes a game and making 43% of them. So they trust him, especially in that corner three. And we got to see him and Tyrese Maxey. We've seen pretty much all the point guards we're going to talk about in the first 10 games of the Chicago Bulls season already. We've seen Tyrese Maxey, we've seen Jalen Brunson, we've seen Ryan Rollins. And honestly, I had no idea who this kid was. And as you know, I was at the season opener for the Milwaukee Bucks a couple of weeks ago, and I'm
Yeah.
looking like, who is this dude? And how is he they starting point guard? What's going on here? Because I know they got Gary Trent Jr. over there as well. So it was definitely a shock to me. And he plays defense, Dub. He's averaging
Yeah.
about 2 steals a game. So that's
Yep.
not bad out of that point guard position. He's doing all of this in only 30 minutes a night. Now, we know this is Giannis's team. So Giannis is the leader of the team, but the engine that's helping this team go right now is a young Ryan Rollins who kind of was just in obscurity after getting drafted a few years ago, and he played for another team prior to coming over here, just kind of like a throw-in player, or I think he signed as a free agent. I'm not sure if he was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks or if he signed as a free agent, but I do know one thing: he's taking advantage of his opportunity. And the Chicago Bulls fans, we've seen players get opportunities and they didn't take advantage of them the way that this young man is. You got to take your hat off to this guy.
Like this guy is like a ghost. Like he come out of nowhere, bro. He was drafted out of fucking Toledo. What basketball player do you know that came out of Toledo?
Nobody, G.
A 6'3" point guard where handles can get to the basket, strong, and can shoot the three. I thought that the Milwaukee Bucks were going to be in trouble this year. I honestly thought they were going to be in trouble. I was thinking, where in the hell are you going to find a point guard? I knew Kevin Porter Jr. wasn't going to be it. He's just too much of a knucklehead. I can't trust him. But when this guy, this is just like a blessing for Milwaukee Bucks. I bet you they had no idea this kid was this good.
And you know what's crazy? Maybe they did. You know how it is. You see what they do in practice, but you don't anticipate it translating completely to the league the way that he's doing. But what you just said is nobody's seen this guy coming. I'm on Stat News right now looking at these all these different players that we're talking about today, and everybody got a picture but him.
See what I'm saying?
It's a silhouette.
Bro, from Toledo, bro. That's not even a state, bro. Where the hell is Toledo at?
That's crazy, bro. Toledo, I think,
in
is
Idaho.
No, bro. I think it's. let me not sound stupid. It might. I wanted to say New Mexico or Texas, but
it sound like New Mexico. That sound like it's
in Ohio.
Ohio, Toledo. Really?
Yeah.
God, bro, this kid came out of nowhere. I just hope the best for him, bro, because you know the league, Kev. You know the league. You've been watching it for a long time. Is he got another leg in his journey, bro? Once these teams are big time, they could take your game away from you, bro. Let's see how he adjusts. That's all I want to see from this kid, to see if he's really real. But so far, he's keeping the Milwaukee Bucks ahead above water, because I thought they was going to have point guard problems. I thought they were going to be out the playoffs, to tell you the truth.
Now, the next guard, let us know what you guys think about Ryan Rollins, a surprise point guard in the Eastern Conference that's helping the Milwaukee Bucks get off to a great start to their season. Now, listen, when this kid that I'm about to mention next, bro, when he came into the league, I thought he was dope. Coming out of college, he deserved to be the number one pick, and the Detroit Pistons picked him up. And he came to a very shitty situation to play for the Detroit Pistons. And everybody that watched Chicago Bulls Central or Shot Bulls podcast, y'all know how we feel about Detroit. But Cade Cunningham has been instrumental in turning this franchise around. Now, obviously, the head coach, the Thompson twins, so on and so forth. It's a lot of moving parts in Detroit. But this guy right here is unquestionably the main reason why they are headed in the direction that they're in and why they're sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference. Cade Cunningham right now, bro, he's doing it all. Not only is he shooting the three, the step back, but he will go to the basket and dunk on you. In fact, him and Tyrese Maxey had a crazy game yesterday with Detroit versus Philly, where Detroit came out on top. But the last 2 minutes of that game was absolutely bananas. And Cade Cunningham will catch a body. Right now, he's coming off his first All-Star season last season, so it's no surprise to see him playing well. But he had 25 points a game. He's averaging. He got 9.8 assists, bro.
Yeah.
25 and 10 is
Yep.
crazy. He's gonna steal the ball at least once a game. He'll get you a block or two, and then he's shooting 47% from the field and only 30% from three. Now he got to get better in that area, correct? Like you
Yeah.
can't just shoot 30%. You got to get to a league average at least to 35, 37%. If he improves at that three-point shooting, bro, it's going to be tough seeing Detroit night in and night out. And right now, he's doing it without hitting the three consistently.
Yes. I definitely love me some Cade Cunningham. His game is very fun to watch. He's a big, strong guard who can do all um the little perimeter stuff that the guards like to do, work the pick and roll, step backs, things in that nature. He got all the tricks of the trade. His numbers are basically the same as they were last year to me. I think the most important thing is getting Jalen Duran more involved offensively. And he has done that to the tune of averaging a double-double this season. He averaged 9 assists last season. Now he's closer to 10 assists. And he's actively looking for Jalen Duran. He can't be the only guy going along on this journey. He's going to have some co-captains or some partners with him on his journey. And I do think that he got a couple of guys that can go with him in Asur Thompson and Jalen Duran being the most important. He does all the dirty work. He rebounds. He blocks shots. We need to start feeding him. You've seen it. You've seen more highlights of Jalen Duran catching lobs and dunking over people with good backdoor dishes from Cade Cunningham. So I love what Cade Cunningham has done. He's basically stayed the same offensively, but he put more emphasis on making his teammates better, which I gotta tip my hat out to Cade Cunningham.
Oh yeah, man. Like again, think about the history that he's experienced since he's come into the league. They had like a 25 game losing streak. They had a
Yeah,
couple of seasons where they didn't even win 20 games. I could be mistaken, but it was in the low 20s. But now they're a perennial powerhouse in the Eastern Conference, and they're doing what we kind of expected the Orlando Magic to be doing at this point in their franchise trajectories. Like last season and this season, I expected Orlando to be that team to kind of push Philly and Boston, healthy Philly and Boston and New York teams to the brink. But now it's really Detroit that's coming in like, hold on, we got a defensive identity. That's one thing that they have over there in Detroit. They play defense, and we have a bona fide superstar in Cade Cunningham
yeah,
who's going to go out there and get it out the mud. And through all the adversity, not once did you hear this kid complain. Not once did you hear him say he wants to be traded. Not once did you hear him pointing fingers at his teammates and so on and so forth. He just put his head down and did the work, and now it's paying dividends. So shout out to the Detroit Pistons and Cade Cunningham, because I'm looking forward to watching them all season long.
oh bro. I'm gonna go on to my next player. This guy, he won't be playing today. They got a game against San Antonio Spurs, which was a big game. Josh Giddey has been absolutely fantastic. I know I'm low on the objectivity here because that's my home team, But
Hmm.
it's undeniable what this guy's doing. 23, 10, and 9 for the season. He's a triple double threat every single game he steps on the floor. He's upgraded his bag, and it's simple the way that he upgraded his bag. He has a mid-range little float shot that he likes to put up there, and he's
The
improved
super
his
spin.
three-point shot. He's taken a leadership role on his team that as a young man, he's still 22, 23 years old, that I'm surprised how effective he is in that role. He's getting tougher. I think he's realized that this is his team. Um, he realized he has all the opportunity in the world to showcase the talents that he has. No disrespect to OKC, but it would have never worked in OKC with all the ball handlers they have in there. I don't know if Jalen Williams is better than Josh Giddey, but he complements SGA better than Josh Giddey would have complimented SGA. So with that said, the way that Josh Giddey has been playing this year, I'm really pissed off. He won't get to play today. I knew his shit was gonna swell up, Kev. I knew it was gonna swell
Hmm.
up. But this kid, he has all the chance in the world to do big things this season. I just can't wait to see him play some more out there on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, and the home team bias is probably going to be talked about in the comments, which is cool.
Yeah,
But he's getting national attention, so it's not just us.
yeah,
And the Chicago Bulls got off to a super hot start at 6-1. They've lost their last two games. Last game was kind of questionable in my opinion, but that's again my bias. I don't like the Cleveland Cavaliers. You
no,
won't
bro.
see me talking about them too much over here on this channel, unless we have to. But the reason why the Chicago Bulls are off to a hot start is Billy Donovan has given the keys to the car to Josh Giddey and told him to go crazy. Drive wherever you want. You got unlimited miles, my guy. It's unfortunate that he's not going to be able to play tonight, especially after getting injured in the most embarrassing way that you can. He got crossed
Yes,
over into an ankle injury. And that's
bro.
just
Don't
that's
do
just
my homie, bro.
it's just unfortunate that that's what happened to him. He's gonna have to sit down and think about it tonight as the Chicago Bulls take on the San Antonio Spurs. And a shameless plug, head on over to Shop Bulls podcast and the Chicago Bulls Central to see the live play-by-play call. It's and on playback as well tonight as the Bulls take on the San Antonio Spurs. But back to Josh Giddey, one of the unsung things about him, and one of the reasons why Oklahoma City traded him was because two of the reasons was one, he couldn't shoot threes, and two, he was bad at defense. Now, he was only 18, 19 years old when he was there. So he hadn't developed a certain acumen for those things. But since he's been on with the Bulls, his defense has improved tremendously.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about it, but his on-ball defense is really good. He averages about a steal per game. He doesn't back down from any
No.
defensive assignment. It doesn't matter if it's a big man, if he gets switched on to a big man, if they hunt him out, the opposing teams try to hunt him out in the pick and roll and get it to switch. He still plays solid defense. Now, he might not always lead to a missed basket for these guys, but he makes it tough on them. And two, shooting the three ball. He's shooting closer to 40% from three all season long.
Yep.
Shout out to Josh Giddey, man, because those are two things that some people come into the league with knocks on their skill set as they can't play defense and they can't shoot the ball, and they go their entire career not playing defense and not shooting the ball.
On the
So
real.
so he's done the work. He's been in the lab, and I think he's doing what he needs to do to become a true max player when his next contract comes up.
I love players that take advantage of their opportunity. He's seen the opportunity here in Chicago to be the guy, be the leader, be the floor general, and he just seized it. Now let's see what becomes of it. How far can he take this thing? It's
You
gonna
know
be
what's
fun to watch. It's
You
gonna be
know
fun
what's
to watch.
crazy though, because I'm getting to my third player. This will be my last player we're going to discuss as prominent point guards in the Eastern Conference, and we're staying with the Chicago Bulls and Trey Jones.
Oh
Like,
wow.
listen, yeah, I'm staying right there now. We could talk about Jalen Brunson,
Yeah.
but we all know what we get from Jalen Brunson at this
Hmm.
point. You know what he's going to do. He's going to be effective. He's going to give you 25 plus. He's going to give you 7 or 8 assists. He's going to hit some clutch baskets. So shout out to him. But I'm going with Trey Jones because when is the last time you saw a team have two point guards in the top 10 on the same team? And that's
Never.
and that's Trey Jones. He's giving you 13 points off the bench and he's also giving you. Let me look at the assists so I can get it right.
5 assists.
Giving you 5.5 assists, but he's giving you 2 steals. This is
Yes.
off the bench, and he's leading a Bulls bench unit that's looking like they're going to be one of the most dominant bench units in the NBA, considering health, obviously, right? They got to stay healthy.
Right.
But Trey Jones leads that show, and he plays staggered minutes with the starters as well. Now, he has been a little passive offensively. Like, there are times where you see him like, man, why you ain't take the shot? Why don't you drive to the basket? But when he's locked in, second units in the NBA have to hone in on Trey Jones because
Yep.
he has the Chicago Bulls bench humming to the tune of some nights where the other day, the Chicago Bulls bench was outscoring the starters because Trey Jones was leading the show out there. So you
Yeah.
got Josh Giddey as like the number 3 or 4 guard in terms of efficiency in this league, and then Trey Jones is number 8 or 9. You got two of the best point guards in the league on the same team. You cannot ignore something like that. So that's why I'm picking Trey Jones as one of the best guards in the Eastern Conference.
Trey Jones is so dope. He's just like a Swiss Army knife of a point guard. I think he's probably the best backup court point guard in the league. If you just look at the numbers and how he impacts the game, he's in the league leaders in steals. Like you stated, he got averages 2 steals a game. He's a great passer. Uh, he's a good shooter if you leave him open. He can get downhill whenever he feels like it. Sometimes he's a little passive because he's such an unselfish player. If there's ever a ranking of being the most over unselfish player in the NBA, it gotta be Trey Jones. He gotta be at the top of the list. Sometimes he can be over unselfish. He could do absolutely anything you want him to do. If you need him to start for a stretch for 5 straight games, he can do that. You won't lose anything on your team. He's going to start today as well for Josh Giddey. Um, if you need him to play defense on a guy like Darius Garland or any point guard, Jalen Brunson or something, he could go out there and hold his own. He'll definitely get his wins. He'll definitely get his losses in those matchups because they're great players. But he'll also get his wins as well. Um, he could just do anything you need this guy to do. It's a miracle or a blessing that the Chicago Bulls have him. And it's for the low. My goodness, I
Like
think he's
eight
making
million
eight
a year.
million, make 8 million a year or something like that. Trey Jones is really dope. A lot of people don't get to see him play all the time, but if you've seen him and watched him play, the first thing that come in your head is like, why is this guard not starting? And I don't think he even cares about that shit. He's so unselfish.
And you know what's crazy? The Chicago Bulls went 15-5 in their last 20 games last season. It was basically after they traded for Trey Jones in that Zach LaVine trade.
Yeah.
And once Trey Jones got hurt, that's when they started losing games again.
Yeah.
They easily could have gone 18-2 in that stretch
Absolutely.
last season.
Yep.
And the 6-1 start that the Bulls had is no coincidence that Trey Jones was back in the lineup along with other players, but he's definitely the cog that helps that second unit go. So let us know what y'all think about Trey Jones and the effect that he has on the Chicago Bulls start to their season down in the comments. And Dub, give us your last player before we get up out of here.
Okay. I know when everybody think about point guards, they want to go jump straight to the crazy number of points average per game and crazy number of assists. You're looking for a 20 and 10 guy. But I'm going to go for a more casual guy that just sit back, crazy defensively. I think he's probably the best defending point guard in the league. They call him Bad Day. Uh, Davion Mitchell from the Miami Heat. He only averaging 9 and 8. He averaging 2 steals a game. Probably the best one-on-one defending point guard in the league. I'm standing on that. And does all the little things. If you want to spread the floor, if you need a perfect pass, you need a guy to get a pass to the post. If you need a pick and roll to be run, he can do everything you want, and he'll stay out the way for the stars. But if you need him to make a shot, he's perfectly willing to step up and make that shot. The Miami Heat are trying to play a different way. They're trying to play a helter-skelter up and down the court way. and Davion Mitchell is the one that's helping them in that cause. I think they're 6-4 at this very point, and Davion Mitchell has a lot to do about that.
Yeah, I mean, and I remember when he played for the Sacramento Kings. He was definitely their defensive. That bad day moniker is crazy.
Yeah,
I love that
it's
nickname.
legit though, Kev.
Yeah, I love it. But if you want to look at a couple of things, who's leading the league in points right now? It's the Oklahoma City. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Philadelphia 76ers, but the Miami Heat, I believe, are sitting at number one with 124.1 points per game. No, the Lakers are at 120. Not the Lakers. Who is it? I just saw somebody else with 124.2. It's the Lakers. No, the Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are leading the league. That's crazy to say. They're leading the league in points. But
Uh-huh.
Miami's right there. I don't even look at the Nuggets as a pace team. I gotta
No,
look into them, see how they putting up 124.2 points a game. Jesus. But the Miami Heat, they got Norman Powell over there running the show. He's the difference, man. He's one of my favorite players in the league,
you're
bro. Like
nice.
the reason why the Clippers were relevant the last couple of seasons, obviously James Harden, obviously Kawhi Leonard when he plays, but Dwight Powell should have been an all-star last season. And now he's over there. And that mentality, that winner's mentality that he has is infectious. The Miami
Yeah,
Heat is playing really good basketball with Jaime Jaquez, Norman Powell, and your boy Davion Mitchell. Defensively, you're absolutely right. He's a lockdown defender. He makes it very difficult for whoever he's guarding. Even if he gets cross-matched and finds himself guarding a bigger player, he does not back down. And you're absolutely right. He'll hit the shots that he needs to take. He doesn't take many, but
yeah.
when he does take them, you can have the confidence that he's going to make the shot, or he's going to, at least have the confidence to make the shot himself. I love what I'm seeing from the Miami Heat and from this young guy as well. And
It's
he's
hard.
averaging 8 assists.
Yeah, Kev, you know how hard it is to play against confident, strong pit bull type of guys
Mm-hmm.
that don't listen to talk. All they over there to do is just play basketball. It's nothing you can say to sway them away from what they gonna do. You can score how many points you can score in a row on them, thinking that it's all good. They're never gonna stop playing the way that they're playing. That is Davion Mitchell. He is a small, compact pit bull at 6 feet. Maybe even not 6 feet. I think he probably 5'10".
Yeah. All right, man. Let us know how y'all feel about Davion Mitchell and all the rest of the guys that we discussed today. Now, obviously, everybody we discussed is not the best point guard in the league, but they are all effective.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey, though, he's having an incredible season, man. You can't overlook
Yeah.
him or any of the other top guys in the Eastern Conference. And we'll do this with the Western Conference next. What you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
That'll
Let's do
that'll
it with the
be
West.
that'll be fun to do. And we're talking about the young guards. So if you don't get mad if we ain't talking about Steph Curry, all right? Relax in the comments.
Read the fucking title. It's a young guards.
Listen, man. Y'all already know how to find us, man. I'm Big Kev. You can follow me at Big Kev from the shop, Big Kev from DACHI. You can follow Dub at the Shy Bulls Podcast, at Shy Bulls Podcast, wherever they put their social media information up. And then, of course, Chicago Bulls Central. Every type of Chicago team, put the word Central behind it. You'll find one of us as well. We're going to be live tonight calling the Chicago Bulls versus the San Antonio Spurs. See if we can hold down Victor Wembanyama, who's come down to earth a little bit, Dub, over the
A
last
little
week or
bit.
so.
A little bit.
So, all right, man. Hit us up in the comments. We appreciate you guys. We're going to holler at y'all next time. It's Big Kev and C-Dub with the Old Headz.
No, bro.
Peace.
This